How we do this again?
Welcome back, sports fans, to another amazing episode of the Snack Run Podcast. It's been a few weeks, but we're back. My name's Ryan Hernia, a.k.a. Kona Hot Cafe, a.k.a. Never Lose Heart. Here, my best buddy.
Unlike your father, I'm back, bitches. What's up, guys? I'm Brady Gicardia. I come in with the slam and jam in action. We are so happy to have you guys. Like we said, we are back and better than ever. We took a 2-week hiatus just to really work on ourselves. Work on our goals and ambitions. And like coming back, we're ready to serve. We're ready to say my pleasure.
We're shaved. We're rock hard. It's ready to go.
We're rock hard. Our spirits are rock hard.
Our spirits are shaved, erect.
What?
Our spirits.
Is that what you call it?
Spirit Airline.
Spirit Airline.
about to touch on down the airport.
But the good thing about, maybe taking 2 weeks sabbatical is we have so much to talk about. We have so much to catch up. We are overflowing. I actually haven't even seen Ryan for 2 weeks. Actually, it's been quite some time. So it's
been a week.
I'm really glad to see your face.
Thanks, man.
It's a really good shape face.
Yeah, it's like a little rectangle-ish, a little bit.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely with a guy who has more of a circle face.
You definitely have a circle face.
I love the squarer face,
I think my least favorite face. I don't want to say that because I know people would just.
My least favorite face is the ugly face. I don't like ugly faces.
When someone has a hexagon face, it's so annoying.
Just super sharp, they look like a One Piece character.
Or like a Gumball character.
Oh, I love Gumball. Amazing World of Gumball.
Dude, Gumball X Vans would be kind of cool.
That would be really cool.
Or a Gumball cafe, themed cafe in Japan.
But do you think actually? I think you told me this or someone else told me this. I guess Gumball does pretty good in Japan. I don't know why, but
I can see that.
Because there's anime in Japan, obviously. But then there's also just cartoons in Japan, for the kids. Because normal people, I think they sing them Japan's or anime is just Japan's cartoons. I'm no, Japan has animes, what is those animes. Then they also have children cartoons.
I'm curious to know how cartoons in America do in Japan.
Yeah, I do know they like Gumball over there. I think I saw a video of people asking Japanese people, "Oh, what's your favorite cartoon?" Not anime. They're "Oh, Gumball, Amazing World of Gumball, so good, so good."
I would say I would hope they like SpongeBob. Maybe they don't.
Actually, I think they do. I think because SpongeBob does so good because I think it's good across the world. That's why it's hot. I think it's kind of the same with movies. I think some cartoons have to be good nationally across the world.
I think there's some styles that are native to just that area. I think the one style that won't do hot anywhere else maybe is stuff like Real Monsters, Rugrats, Hey Arnold.
Kind of just
Ed, and Eddie.
Kind of just ugly looking characters.
Exactly. Looks like you use your left hand to draw it.
Yeah, there's that style. What comes from the studio in Canada, who brings us Toll Drama Island, 16, that surf one. What last
The Weekenders.
The Weekenders, exactly. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
It's just middle schoolers who live for the weekend.
The weekend,
the weekend, bro.
The weekend. But there's that style. What came from Canada, what does big here, and I don't think it does big anywhere else because they're very they have a lot of profanity. What they have to
they just look stupid. If I ever saw a baby that looked like Tommy Pickles in real life, I might just punt it.
Yeah, that's so true. They look incredibly stupid. Good thing we don't look like that. We don't look far off.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a horrible scenario. You ready? Your sister, I know she's never going to, but your sister has a baby, and you go visit this baby after 3 weeks or whatever, and all the pus is off and everything, and then
pus,
and then the placenta's wiped off and everything. It's ready to go. The baby is so ugly.
Yeah.
What do you even say about someone's ugly ass baby?
So that's the thing is I don't think you should say anything to people's face.
Humorously, what are you going to
say? I would be wow, and then try and make a reference that looks like Chucky. For sure, that's a Chucky baby.
I'm like, wow.
It has your eyes.
I'm that's a baby.
That's a baby. I think
You guys made that.
I don't think I have baby fever yet because some people look at babies and look at that baby, and then what I see of the baby, I'm that thing's ugly. What 20 disabilities does that baby have?
Do you not hold a baby and think oh, I can see myself buying one of these, renting one of these,
renting just for the day? I do think some babies are cute, but then I see some babies no. Like, why do you? No, absolutely not. Like, kick that thing, burn it with fire. But then there's some people like every baby's cute to them because like there's a lot of people that are like, oh, all babies are created equal.
I
think there's ugly babies.
I can list like 3 of my friends who have had ugly babies.
Go for it.
I'm not.
Number one. Number one.
Number 1.
Ugliest baby. Thank you for watching Watch Mojo. Today we're ranking ugliest babies.
No, honestly, I've had some friends, and like, you'll never know if it's your baby or not. But I have seen some babies that are like, wow. Like,
Probably just go off of your face.
maybe you shouldn't have.
Do you think you'll have a cute baby?
Yeah. I my baby will be calm. If it comes out like me, it's gonna be calm. Like, I know you think I'm like a wild card and a weirdo now, and I am. But growing up, I was super chill, like mega chill. My mom was like, "Yeah, you were just like so easygoing. Your sister was a fucking handful, though."
Yeah.
Like you probably.
Yeah. I think I was a shit baby just because. I mean, baby, we talk about 0 to 1 year. That's a baby, right? Because when does it become?
I mean,
Year to 2
you're a
years.
toddler at like 4.
You think toddler? So I guess that because year 2, 3, that's a baby. But I think year 2, 3, I was pretty hard. But big crier. This guy right here, big crier. Well, like
You still are.
Yeah, you look at me today, it's like, damn, that guy's a bitch. I'm like, I was a bitch baby.
In 2020, I went to the bathroom for about 5 minutes, and Bray had just got to my place, and I was watching Big Daddy. And I went to the bathroom, and I came back like 3 or 4 minutes later, and like he was crying on the couch. He's like, "You're just so beautiful," and I was like. I was just like, you're not even at the sad part yet.
It was pretty sad. But I think I'm just really in tune with my emotions. What's weird because I don't cry in like normal day-to-day life. I only cry if I'm like watching something or listening to something. Like I don't cry like, oh, so-and-so happened. Like I'm not going to be like, oh, no, I'm crying. I'm crying because I was so invested into something. I was like, damn, okay.
Speaking of which, you cried during the new Netflix One Piece live action series.
I cried a lot, actually.
What part? Hey, you know what? Let's just start off simple. What'd you think? And then what part brought you to tears?
Yeah, so it's been a while since we talked to you guys, but like new One
That
Piece.
actually came out last week, right?
Yeah,
Still?
last week. So it's still relevant. I mean, I hope it stays relevant because how Netflix kind of do things is they need to see a 3-week relevancy. So
They
like,
drop series. Like, no, they don't drop series. They come out with new series every month.
yeah, head of Netflix who's kind of a cucksucker right now because of the whole like SAG thing. But
Total cucksucker.
it's total cucksucker.
They don't need SAG people really to do One Piece.
No.
They probably need it a little bit.
They need a little bit because it's still like it's localized.
It needs to be adapted.
Yeah, it's localized here because whatever, Hollywood or whatever. And Netflix is based in American. But what they do is they need like a 3-week stagnant rate of viewership. So like it's all fine and dandy if everybody watched the opening episode the first week, but they need to see those numbers trend upwards in week 2 and week 3. And like I think they have. So I think they actually are.
We are on week
3.
2. We're on week 3 now.
Yeah, we're on
One
like
Piece
3.5, honestly, maybe 4. Yeah.
It came out
31st.
They just changed the color. Now.
Yeah, you did. It's
I'm so
groovy.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're basically around like I would say
We're not week 3. We're week
I
2
guarantee.
still.
Oh, if it came out on what the 28th,
Mm-mm.
I guess it's been some time. It's the 10th, so we're about 2.5 maybe. But
Exile of this porn.
yeah, that's so much porn. Oh my god, I hear it. Good thing I have amazing audio engineering skills, so I'm able just to mute out the porn what's blasting on your phone.
Shut the hell! I actually typed in One Piece Love Action.
Love Action. It's just
I got the wrong show.
so if I think it came out what 28th or 31st.
It came out on the 31st, so
So-
that means it's chilling
2.
now. Under 2 weeks.
Under 2 weeks, yeah. So I think it's doing really good. I feel like a lot of normal people are watching it, and I honestly think there's a good trend for that because it is amazing. It is fantastic, and this is just coming from a One Piece fan, One Piece diehard fan. Is like this is the good live action anime we've been waiting for. This is the good live action anime we've been wanting, and this is what we wanted. And like, does it hit everything on the nose? No. But is it amazing and is it cool as its own thing? Yes. Should you go in comparing the anime and the manga and the live action comparison? No, you shouldn't compare it, but keep a key eye out for like some cool details because like Otis says, this is not a one-to-one adaptation. It's like its
And
own,
it shouldn't be.
It's its own standalone thing because like you can't adapt an anime and manga strictly to live action because it's like they're two very different.
It wouldn't
mediums.
work because
they're just too different.
Also, a lot of cartoony things wouldn't work in live action.
You know who says it best? Moist Critical. He came out and said that's why was it Cowboy Bebop live action flopped so hard because they adapted Ed, the annoying, loud, goofy character, like to a T, and like
it didn't translate well.
It didn't translate because in real life you don't have that much expression and characteristic, and you can't be like if you hear a character going every 2 seconds, that's gonna get annoying and that doesn't translate well.
You would think that they got off the short bus.
Yeah, 100%. So like, there's just some things what don't translate well. What I think like this One Piece live action does because they. Yes, Ryan.
Finish your sentence, sorry.
they take the characters, they take the identity of the character, they take, okay, these are their goals, these are their ambition, and these are something what makes them their character, and then they just add on, like, what does this look like in real life, rather than like, okay, let's just copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly what you said, like, if you were to take these wild, goofy anime and cartoony tropes and try just doing them in real life, you would just look like you have like not trying to be rude, but you'd have Downs or like you'd be like autistic or something. So yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying not to be rude, and in a way, you would look like you're standing out too much.
I'd say maybe a little too goofy. I wouldn't really diss on that community, but yeah, go.
The autistic community.
Yeah,
you border on the spectrum. Okay, so like Sanji, right?
Cancel Ryan.
Sanji also always has like the heart eyes, right? And he goes crazy over girls.
Yeah.
But in this one, kind of translates more to like his like face lights up a little bit, like, oh, what's going on, shorty? Like a little bit, you know what I mean?
He has a little bit more riz rather than like pedophile type of characteristics.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that a live action should never be shot for shot and trope for trope and like everything for everything, every scene for everything, because the whole point of a live action is to bring in a different kind of audience, like more mainstream, normal-ish kind of people could jump on it. Maybe they like it a lot, and they start reading or watching it. You know, like it shouldn't have to be.
Yeah, and I think they're actually doing a really great job on that because a lot of people like who are getting into it, they have no attraction to One Piece, and they're watching this. They're like, oh my gosh, I actually really like these characters and stuff, and then they go in to the anime because they're like it's piquing their interest. I know a lot of people who are kind of converting to the manga and the anime because they're like, I enjoyed this live action thing. Let me see the source material. Kind of like when the Harry Potters came out, and for the people who didn't read the Harry Potters, maybe they went back to the book. So it's really cool introductions that they're giving them, and I think they do a killer job. And I think all the episodes we could kind of break down episode by episode if you want to, or just kind of maybe every 3 episodes if we want to. But
no,
I think
is
it's
this a snack bite for just live action One Piece.
No, if you want it to be.
I actually have something else to add to that. I'm in a really unique position. I never watched or read One Piece.
Yeah.
I watched it a little bit as a kid, and I seen the clips as an adult. So I'm in a very unique situation as to like I don't exactly know how it all goes down, and I can say that I am extremely satisfied and very happy with live action. I know that it was a corny early 2000s anime. I know some of the basics. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It made me very excited for what they can do for other shows. Specifically, I think My Hero would be a good translation, but I'm not even entirely certain which one they're going to do next.
I think what's hard for My Hero is trying to get like Deku to a T, because I would say like not the most annoying character.
Michael Cera.
I would say not really on who's going to play him, but more of like how kind of like
easy analytic. He's analytic.
Yeah, analytic, but is he going to be like too babyish because he does cry a lot?
Maybe they can fix that a little bit.
That's what kind of like what they did with Ed. Don't make it like to a T. This is Ed. This is how Ed and Cowboy Bebop. Like hopefully they don't do that.
Cowboy Bebop live action or anime.
No worries. That's what they did wrong.
Is the orange haired?
Yes, the crazy girl or whatever. They adapted her to a T to like how crazy she is.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't adapt Deku to a T. Hopefully kind of like the Luffy scenario.
Well, Didn't they change up Luffy a little bit? Like, didn't they make him less annoying?
Yeah. Kind of cool thing what I wanted to bring is like Luffy from the manga to the anime, even to this live action, just varies a little bit. But this is the biggest jump you get from the anime to the live action. It's like I think anime Luffy for anime as a medium, he is goofy and it works. But they needed to like bring him down and make him a little bit more realistically a human to a point to like make this live action work. So he isn't as like crazy off the wall like goofy. He's more of just like a silly carefree type of guy rather than like a crazy cracked out like goofball. Like he's more silly and not goofy.
Yeah, and he's more endearing too. I think a lot of people think that Luffy is especially in the English dub, he's very like annoying. Like kind of like Asta is like really annoying. But like Luffy's like we're in the same boat kind of.
Yeah. And that's what makes it hard about like the translations and the dubs, even to the anime is like English dub Luffy is very different from like Japanese dub Luffy. Like English dub Luffy is like not competent at all. He just like
competent?
Yeah, he's not competent at all. Like he just like he'll win fights. He's more of a brawler. But like Japanese dub Luffy is like more strategic and smarter. Like English dub Luffy just looks like an idiot and doesn't know like what he's doing.
And I always say that like when adapting a TV show, comic book, movie, or comic book manga to like a TV show or movie, I always say that like I feel so bad for like the creative directors and like the director and writers because they are tasked with something super difficult. One, capturing a new audience.
Yeah.
And two, staying true and paying homage and being respectful to the source material and the fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you have this, it's like a Venn diagram of like new people, source material, and fans, and you have to kind of find something that's like a beautiful mix in the middle. And I feel so bad because like that's so hard. You cannot fully grab any of them.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite casting from the One Piece live action?
Great question.
Because I think I have a couple like favorites. I have a couple like maybe not.
They're all good.
Yeah.
How about I list them from my favorite to like least favorite?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I think Sanji.
Yeah.
The more I read about Taz, the
Taz
actor,
Skylar, he's amazing.
The more I read about him, the more I liked him even more.
And he really like invested into the character.
Right. I think I like. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sanji. I'm gonna go with Usopp. No, I'm gonna go with Luffy, Usopp, Nami, and Zoro. But none of them were bad.
That's a good like main cast. Like that's I would say honestly to a T. Like the main cast is perfectly cast. Like the main cast, it's like, and that's one thing like you can't slack off on casting when it comes to your main 5 characters because they're all like the main 5 characters. You see them constantly. Like some of the background characters, you're like okay. Like some of the second string characters, you're like okay, I don't love the casting, but you're also only going to see them like 1 or 2 episodes. So I think that's a good order. I might put because I really like Nami. I'm kind of almost the same order.
Same thing.
I think it's almost the same order. My favorite is Taz Skylar, who's like just awesome, and he's really invested in the role, and like he's Sanji to a T, and he's also shredded in that Arlong part in the Baratier when he like rescued Luffy from the water. And he pulls him out, and he's all shredded. I'm like, why is Sanji the most shredded motherfucker in this cast?
Yeah.
But yeah, probably Sanji's character, Nami's character, Zoro.
Wait, you said
Sanji, Nami, Zoro, probably Luffy, then Usopp at the very bottom.
That was nothing like my.
Sanji, but because there's pros and cons to all. I think Inaki did an amazing job for Luffy and his portrayal of Luffy. I think some of the landing on some of his scenes just didn't hit. They were very dry. What's very hard since English isn't his first language. So to his fault, that's not against him. That's just like English just isn't his first language. There's a couple like big impactful moment where like that just didn't hit because English is just not his first language. I'm sure if he performed that in his native language, like, oh yeah, it would have hit. But it's just like the landing came in flat because there's a couple big scenes. It's like, okay, just seems off. The hype isn't there because he didn't like hit those like scenes right. And then with Usopp, he wasn't bad pick, but I just think out of those, someone has to be 5th. I think for his character as Usopp, it translated totally different, like not even to a T as similar as Usopp. Usopp is like more of a funny comic relief character. I feel like this Usopp was more of like a bitch than normal Usopp. They're both bitches, but at least like funny Usopp has more of like a funny lying like in anime. He's more funny lying comic relief. This one was just like he was lying. He was more of just like telling stories and not being that funny.
I did enjoy him. I thought he did have a lot of fun, like interesting one-liners and like quips and like some funniness.
But I didn't think he was the funniest on the cast. Like I didn't find that many jokes of his to be funny. I was just like more of like, is this guy annoying? Or I can't really tell.
I liked when he like blew that fish guy up with like the explosive shot. That was pretty sick.
I think what hits it for me is like the big parts what Usopp did have in the live action. He had the same way in the anime, but then the anime added on to it. Like he had his big moments in the live action, and then there was 1 or 2 scenes that should have happened after, but they just skipped over it. What really helps invest in Usopp's character. So after he blows up the Fishman pirates in the anime, he brings out his Usopp hammer, and then he just starts wailing on the dead fish, like Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp, and that really shows the comedic scaredness of like, oh my gosh, Usopp, like even though he incinerated this like fish, he's still scared that he's gonna get up, so he's just hitting him with a hammer.
Right.
Like adding that scene in would have made him even better.
Right. I think it's more of a cartoony aspect, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah.
you think that there's like something that's like keep it out? Because
I think when like the high moments in the anime kind of not because I feel like all the anime moments overdo the live action, but like they could have added a little bit more to Usopp. Well, I get he's not the main person we're following.
What was Luffy's finishing move against Arlong? Was it the Gum Gum
Battle Axe?
I was gonna say. Why don't you let me say it?
Okay, my bad.
Let me say it now.
Okay.
What was it? Was it the Battle Axe?
Yeah, it was the Battle Axe.
Yeah. I'm smart.
You're so smart. That was a good one. I think that one translated really well to live action. What'd you think?
I don't know. I never saw it in anime, but
did it look fun?
It looked cool. Yeah, it looked sick as hell.
The CGI didn't look too bad.
Was Arlong dead? We don't know. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know. You might know.
I mean, that's a pretty powerful attack. I think that was cool because
He should do that in Gear 5. Why doesn't he bring back the Gum Gum Whip? That was his strongest attack in his arsenal.
I think he does. Everything what he does in the first like couple episodes, he does in like Year 5.
Like 100. Oh, he does?
Oh, but like 10 times more powerful.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil it, but
some cars have up to 6 gears, or cars only have 5 gears?
6 gears.
I think some cars have 6 gears.
Yeah, 6 gears. I don't think they'll go up to Gear 6. I think Gear 5's their limit for the anime and manga. I think he'll just be improving. But like he's pretty powerful in Gear 5. Like he just made like a huge fist as big as like 2 islands.
Can't he just do whatever his imagination like?
Yeah, he could literally do whatever he wants. He could literally stretch across the world and back.
Well, like, what if like he imagined himself more as like a serious shonen character, like that could be like
he could do
a
that.
different version of like what Gear 5 can look like.
Yeah, he could probably do that. It's literally up to his imagination.
I have a One Piece theory.
Yeah, let me hear it.
I thought of this last night.
I'm very excited to see just with your limited knowledge of One Piece.
I know. I'm gonna say something so stupid.
I'm just curious because me being a diehard One Piece fan, I'm just so curious if I've heard something like this before. Because I probably heard them all.
So I told Brady earlier this week, I was like, I'm probably the biggest One Piece fan who's never watched or read it. And anytime someone asks me if I've watched it before, I'm like, yeah, I watched the whole thing, idiot. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I watched all the live action. Oh, by the way, we haven't talked about it yet, but Buggy the Clown.
Probably best casting.
What the fuck? That was like, he killed his role.
Yeah,
when he was like, chop, chop, get in. Oh my gosh, that was so sick.
I think with how good he is, they're going to keep him in longer because honestly, after the Buggy episode, he's not supposed to be in the anime anymore or in the live action. But then they keep on bringing him back. I think with like he's a good character to keep on bringing back. So I think after season 1, if they do 2, 3, 4, and 5, I feel like he's going to be a recurring villain.
Yeah.
But what's your theory?
Okay, so you know how there's observation hockey,
yes,
and then there is also don't tell me the Conquerors hockey, and then there's also what's the last one?
Armament.
Harmony.
Armament.
Armament.
Like armor? Armament.
That's when they get from black, right?
Yes.
So
it's a weird way to put it, but yes.
Sorry, that's when they go blackface, right? So I was thinking the other day, I'm like, okay, so like for some reason, and I know it's kind of a goofy haha.
Yeah.
That Usopp has like the biggest bounty, right? Because he's got Usopp and he's like the strongest one of all of them. But maybe he's not really. But also in all of like the first few episodes where he's introduced, he's always telling these crazy wacky stories.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a great pirate. I'm a great captain. Like, I fight all these monsters. Like, I'm like so brave and so strong. I was thinking to myself like, because like later that kind of comes true a little bit. Like he fights all these crazy monsters and like these big pirates, and like maybe one day, I'm not saying anything, but maybe one day Luffy like goes off on his own and he hands off the crew to Usopp, maybe his best friend. Maybe Usopp actually is the strongest pirate and he has a new kind of hockey, and I'm going to call it manifestation hockey.
That would be cool.
Where he creates scenarios and stories so much so that they come true.
Yeah, that would be really cool, because like that is something what's canon in the story is all of Usopp's things in the all the lies Usopp tells in the first arc come true. They're already all of them came true already. Like he made a lie. He's like, oh, I fought this big goldfish, and then after the time skip, he fought a big goldfish. Or he's like, oh, I commanded troops of 5,000 soldiers. He commands troops of 5,000 soldiers in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. So all of his stories are coming true. But besides the type of manifestation hockey, what's like a cool thing. I don't think Luffy is going to hand off the crew to him, because he's definitely.
I think he will, because maybe just because like Gold Rogers had it all, and like isn't he supposed to be like a really powerful pirate, and he willingly gave himself up?
Yes.
I think that at one point Luffy is going to be like, all right, this has been fun.
Yeah, it's a common trend with in One Piece is most pirates, once when they lose their captain, they abandon altogether. Like there's like same with Gold Rogers. Is
Maybe
like,
he forms his own crew.
yeah, and that would be cool. I really think the story's going to end with all of them like going their own way and doing their own journeys like separately. It would be weird if like they had this own journey and now their captain's leaving, so they're all going to stay together. I honestly think that Usopp's going to die before the end of the series. I think he's going to die in the final war, and that's what's going to help Luffy be more serious in Gear 5. That's kind of like my theory. That's not bad.
How did I do on my first One Piece theory?
You did really good, and like it's not bad, because the only hockey what Usopp has is observation, looking into the future hockey. Kind of in the One Piece film Red is like that's how he was able to connect with his dad in the dream world, in the real world. He has probably one of the best observation hockeys in the verse. So that's kind of like similar, is like he could see the future, so he could kind of predict and tell his lies about what happens in the future or stuff like that. So I'm not really too sure. It's not bad. It's just like shooing in like a new form of hockey is kind of hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like, if anyone's gonna be able to write it in naturally, I think it'd be Oda.
I think that's cool. I don't think Usopp is Oda's like main priority though.
For sure, and I get that. I mean, there's like 1,000 characters.
Because like it is like his only dream is to just be brave warrior of the sea. Like everybody else has like more stern dreams, like King of the Pirates, strongest swordsman, actually finding physical things. Like Robin wants to find the Road Poneglyphs, and like Sanji wants to find the Blue and stuff like that. So like his is more vague of like, I just want to be a strong hero. Like what does it mean to look like a strong hero?
So you coming from a true fan like yourself?
Yes.
I'm a fake ass fan.
No, you're a fan.
I'm a fan in different aspects.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how well you know the series, you're always allowed to be a fan.
That means a lot coming from you and your One Piece side over there.
I do love my one. That's Garp. Actually, I think that's the best casting. With his Scottish accent.
I would argue he's great.
I liked his accent.
I would argue Bungie is Gumby, Boomy.
Boomy. You got it.
Captain Buggy.
There you go.
I'd argue he is. I would say that if they were going to do Garp, I mean, they did a great job.
Yeah.
No doubt. But I wish they would went all in with the dog hat, like just like make it a whole dog pelt, and with everything.
Yeah.
But instead they gave him like a little.
Yeah, it was just like a little Easter egg.
What is he, the Mad Dog Marine?
Yeah, he's like the Mad Dog Marine or something like that. Well, it only comes up a couple times, but it doesn't come up too much.
He has a dog as a mask on, or as a mask on his ship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Masked.
That's crazy that like they show like two of the strongest people in the verse in the live action. Garp and Mihawk are like the two strongest in the verse, and they're like, here's these two strongest characters.
Mihawk is still like on top.
Oh yeah, he's the strongest world's strongest swordsman. He's Shanks' rival. So that's why at the end of One Piece live action, Mihawk comes and Shake's like, "You want a duel?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna fight you. You're half the man you were."
Yeah, that's sort of like when in Hunter x Hunter, Hisoka's goal is to fight Chrollo, and then once Chrollo loses an ability, he's like, "I have no interest in fighting you anymore."
Yeah, I do have a theory that like there's gonna be a lot of Straw Hats' death at the end of the series.
That'd be a wild turn of events.
Yeah, I could see it because like throughout the series, Luffy has been hinting his death, like coming and coming. Like every time he use any of his gears, his lifespan like goes down. So anytime he uses like gear 2, it takes off like 5% of his life and stuff like that. And he's gotten poisoned like 40 different times. So I could see him dying just to follow in Gold Roger's footsteps.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
For you.
Answer.
And then you have to ask them back to me because sometimes you go off for 20 minutes.
Okay.
I don't get very good talk. One, out of all the Straw Hats, was like 10 of them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, there is actually 10 right now.
10. Out of all 10 Straw Hats, who would you like there to be a significantly large spin-off of? And then, like after the whole shebang ends, there's like a new manga and a new anime that comes out for this one character.
Yeah.
And then after that, I want to know what anime would you like to have the legitimate One Piece massive budget live action treatment to?
Okay, so first one you said, who would I like the best spin-off for? I say if the story concludes the way I kind of want it to, is Brook. He has eaten the soul fruit.
Wow, really?
He's eating the soul fruit, so he's just a skeleton. So he could actually never die because he doesn't have flesh and blood to actually die. So I would love to see kind of the world from his view after all the Straw Hats die. There's like a pretty like famous fan art of Brook singing over all the Straw Hats' graves. So I really like to see like how did the world become because like everybody's dreams got accomplished. So it'd be cool to have like a 9 or 10 episode special with Brook kind of going over like, oh, Luffy did this because of
you
his...
want like a short series?
Yeah,
like
so like
run?
Yeah, because Luffy, I think One Piece is so long, having like something short at the very end would be very impactful. Like, so Brook goes through like Luffy's impact on the world. Then next episode is Sanji's impact. Maybe Sanji like changed the world of cooking because he found the all blue, or maybe he goes through like a Nami episode where like everybody could travel more easily because Nami wrote in a book explaining all the seas and stuff like that. So I think that would be really cool. Just something short and sweet, just because how big the One Piece anime and manga is already.
Could you imagine? I was thinking about the all blue thing the other day. I was like, in translating to real life, could you imagine like a taste? I can't even imagine like something tasting so good anymore. You know what I mean? Like actually I lied because that burger we had like a week and a half ago at Addicts, that like changed my life a little bit.
Change your life forever. You can never look at burgers the same.
Oh my gosh! Like I remember like thinking like, oh my gosh, like the taste is so good.
Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
And it was paired well with the beer. You know, I lied. You know what? Taste can still be expanded.
Yeah, I think taste is an ever expanding thing. Like you're never gonna find the pinnacle of like this is the best thing in the world. And definitely
I'm getting kind of hungry.
And since everybody has different taste buds, they're like, oh, this is the best thing in the world.
Also, like texture and pairing it with like a wine or like a beer will definitely enhance an experience.
But yeah, imagine like the all blue is like a sea where you could catch all fish of the whole world.
I want sushi now. Do you want to get sushi after this?
I do like sushi. Sushi's not bad. But next question. I mean, yes, I'll go get sushi with you. I think we need to spend some bonding time.
Yeah, it's been like a week and a half. What the fuck?
Because like it's been like a week and a half, and last time I talked to you, we were doing our own things and stuff like that.
That's when we hung out. It wasn't just us. It was
other people.
Other people.
Yeah.
The wives.
Yeah, the wives. So yeah, I would love that. Anyway, going back to your other question, what's the best treatment for the One Piece?
No, what anime would you like to get the One Piece live action treatment next?
It's a good treatment. It's a really good treatment.
Expensive treatments.
It's the most expensive show ever filmed, I think, because it's more expensive than Game of Thrones by like a lot, actually. I think Game of Thrones was like, how much? Like 12 mil an episode or something like that?
Well, I heard the Lord of the Rings the show was expensive to film too.
What's crazy, because I feel like no one was talking about that.
Yeah, I never even saw like a screenshot.
They were like, this is more expensive, so it might be under that.
Most expensive show ever.
Because I think, not Lord of the Rings, you got me on Lord of the Rings. I think the Game of Thrones was like 12 mil per episode, and then the One Piece was like 17. So it's like a huge gap between. So like they went all in But like, I'm so glad they like took that risk because like to like normal people, not even normal people, I feel like everybody kind of.
How much was One Piece each
I think
episode?
17. How much was 17, 16 maybe?
How much was?
I'm putting my money on 17.
Piece live action.
Bet you $20 that was 17. 17?
18 million per
Oh,
episode.
18. I was wrong. How much was Lord of the Rings?
Netflix live action One Piece adaptation reportedly boasts a budget of 18 mil per
That's
episode.
crazy. Because Game of Thrones was only 12 mil per episode.
Okay, and then Mandalorian was 15 mil per episode.
So it beats
Still
that.
quite a bit.
And no, for Mandalorian, yeah.
And what was your next question?
The
Game of Thrones per.
No, Lord of the Rings.
Okay, Lord of the Rings.
Because I know for a fact Game of Thrones was
Show.
like around 12.
Episode budgets.
Let me see it. No way. Was it huge? Bigger than One Piece? Your eyeballs are huge. Your eyeballs are the One Piece.
No fucking way. I had to.
Can I guess?
Research.
Can I guess?
You're not gonna get it.
22 mil?
Way higher than that.
No way. Like 30 mil?
Way higher than that.
Okay, maybe you're looking at overall.
So 2021, Amazon's Lord of the Rings total season cost $465 million
So
for just one season.
What's that divided by how many episodes they had?
So I didn't believe it, but it said 58 per episode.
58 per episode?
Yeah. So
And the show flopped?
okay. By comparison, HBO's Game of Thrones cost roughly $100 million to produce per season, with its per episode cost starting around $6 million. So Game of Thrones is roughly around $6 million, probably maybe to $10 million
Yeah.
per episode for season, and eventually rising to about $50 million per episode by
great.
season 8. So
One Piece still beat it.
yeah. The eye-popping Lord of the Rings price tag almost certainly doesn't reflect season 1 production costs alone. The rights of Tolkien's property cost an estimated $250 million. So just to make the show, it costs $250 million to get the rights.
That's crazy. That's so much money.
I know you can like save all of like any country with that much money.
Yeah, but they're like, no, let's make a really mid-tier game or Lord of the Rings Amazon exclusive.
Dude, it's so hard. Dude, the multiple sources are reporting 58 an episode.
That's crazy. I
want to watch it now, just for like that sheer fact alone.
yeah, that's like a movie budget basically. All together, it's like a movie budget.
Last week, this is as of 2022. Last week, we learned that Netflix was spending $30 million per episode on the 4th season of Stranger Things, which I watched all that season. It's great,
But not-
I don't think it's $30 million an
Not
episode
30
great.
mil. That's crazy. So maybe I was wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong.
I would say for live action, that's massive. But like, I mean, it's still up there. You know,
I think it's
just
still
one
up
of those
there.
mills can set us up.
No, 100. Just give me one, sire. Sire, just give me 1 mil.
So Variety claims, and this is 2022, Variety claims that Amazon's expensive The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, is costing them a little over $58 million per episode for the first season, which has 8 episodes, which grand total is $465 million in total cost.
Damn.
And I never saw a clip.
I never saw it.
screenshots.
I never saw like people saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world." I mean, maybe that's just not our side of the internet we're on.
But still, like,
If it was massive, because like I never followed like Stranger Things, but it like
I did.
everybody was talking about it.
Oh man, last summer was Stranger Things summer for me.
Now it's One Piece summer.
It's hot boy.
It's hot boy One Piece.
it's
hot joy boy summer.
It's thick boy One Piece summer.
Thick boy One Piece. But okay,
thick wiener.
back to our, because we like to run around in circles. Back to our question is, what treatment do we want the next anime live action to be? With the budget, I would say, so when I look at the treatment, I think about the writing, the budget,
The whole thing. The whole
and the
shebang.
casting. Yeah, those are the 3 big ones I kind of think about, because those are the 3 big ones in the set design. Those are the 4, my bad. Because when I think about the One Piece live action, I'm like, great set design, amazing set design, actually, great casting, like near perfect casting. I only have problems with 2 or 3 people, and then great writing, probably fantastic writing. Then again, you're just adapting, you're just adjusting and tweaking, but
Right.
you still need great writing to
Right.
adapt it properly. And then the 4th thing I said, in the budget, the treatment, I think, whatever. I try to think about like realistic, like stuff what's easy to adapt. because but then again, you never thought One Piece would be adapted so seamlessly because how weird and wacky and the powers are, and like you never thought like, oh, this would be weird.
The powers get weirder later.
I think their easiest ones are think about, okay, what's a couple big anime franchises right now? What's easy to do? It's gonna get people in.
Easy ones that are.
I think like Attack on Titan. That's an easy one to do because people
I think-
love it already.
I think
Attack on Titan?
there's a lot of CGI, don't you think?
That's a lot. That's the one thing what would hurt them.
Also, there is a couple live actions movies already which are like lukewarm.
But like a Netflix version of like
Mm-hmm.
the One Piece treatment. I think that would be easy one is Attack on Titan, since it already has like a ground in there. Some easy ones is Demon Slayer, JJK. I think one I
think Demon Slayer would be an easy and fun one.
I think something I personally want, because I feel like the story is there, is I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The Brotherhood story, not the normal story. There is one live action movie of Full Metal Alchemist.
There's two. Two or three.
There's like 2 or 3, and like the CGI just kind of landed flat. The story kind of landed flat with those. I think if it gives it the One Piece treatment, I think that's something to be really, really good at. And a lot of it is like you don't need that crazy CGI for like Full Metal Alchemist. You need some, and I think that's what like One Piece did good is like they didn't incorporate CGI in every single scene.
If they were to do a live action Full Metal Alchemist like with the One Piece treatment, I think they would have to drive home philosophy.
Yeah.
They have to drive home like, oh, maybe age up Ed a little bit so that he doesn't seem like an adult 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Like I would say,
but that's kind of like the thing is like that was so crazy about Ed is like it's Ed with all these like really older generals, and he was sticking out like a sore thumb because he was so young.
right. But thinking that you're gonna be making an appeal to people who aren't into anime. So let's lean on things that like are more like adult themes a little bit. Like, oh, you're getting a phone call.
I am. I am. I have to decline that.
So, like, obviously there's a power system, right? But also there's a lot of, like, is this right? Is bringing back someone from the dead right? Is what I'm doing here correct?
Kind of like the morals and the
there's,
philosophy.
like, racism, too. There's, like, oh, we killed this whole country to make our country stronger with the philosophy stones.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really good one. The only thing what I think might like turn off a lot of people, and I kind of think about Oppenheimer too, is there's a lot of science talk in Full Metal. There's a lot of like smart talk, and like they have to do that really well. What makes stupid people really understand the story.
The way he fought Greed, though, and how he added like certain elements to his like stone body to make him soft, that was cool.
It's so lit. So I think honestly, and like Full Metal, like the old anime fans know Full Metal Alchemist, the new ones know I hope they know Full Metal Alchemist. I'd be really tight for that. As just a fan favorite, what I would really love Soul Eater. I think that would be really hard to adapt, but I'm just a big Soul Eater fan.
What about how about this? Oh, it's too out there.
No,
okay.
let me hear it.
Okay,
let me
so
hear it.
you know how like there's the Teen Titans like cartoon TV show, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about original, not Go. And then like,
I like
there
Go.
is Piccolo, that artist's rendition of it, where they're all like in high school and they're going to parties and stuff like
Yeah.
that. What if there was a Soul Eater version of them like in like a modern day like high school?
I think that would be really cool. Not as a live action, but as like just an anime. I think that would be really cool. I think they just have to go full on, like just follow the story. But I think as an anime, that would look really cool. Man, I totally forgot what that's called. But just a more like chilled, laid back, just like kind of a spin off of like them like in high school, just kind of chilling.
And he captures the vibe of like a dream-like high school scenario like pretty well.
You're talking about the artist,
Yeah, the
Piccolo
artist,
or whatever
Piccolo.
his name is.
Let's call him Piccolo.
He's really good.
He's Brazilian.
Yeah, he's Brazilian.
And he got a comic book deal. He writes his style of Beast Boy now.
So cool. So
is really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, he's such a good artist. But I think that would be really cool.
All right, so I would say for me, I don't know where the manga is exactly right now. I kind of skimmed some of the chapters here and there. I would say Usopp might be a really good spin-off character.
Okay.
And then
Back to the spin-off. Yes.
Yeah, and then or maybe Nami.
Yeah, I would say Nami's cool. I just really think Oda is in such a realm where he's given his A game right now that like maybe they'll do spin off, but I don't think
in the future.
Yeah, I don't think he'll write it though. I think like after One Piece, he's good and done.
Well, there's some spin-offs of Ace, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't write that. That's someone else. So that's the Dr. Stone guy. That whole team writes the spin-off of Ace.
How crazy would it be to be like a big fan and then they're saying, Brady, you are now given the rights to like write this person's like spin-off story?
I mean, that's a lot of the like mangakas is like they're a huge fan of One Piece. So whenever they like get invited to like write spin-off, or even the animators like, hey, we want you to animate this scene, it's like a huge thing because like One Piece is like a crazy thing in Japan. It's like it's royalty.
Yeah, they have statues all over Japan.
Yeah, they're
for those characters.
I would love to see those, but yeah, it's definitely a crazy thing.
I'm gonna put a pin in what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Japan One Piece statues. We'll come back to it for a second. If I had to choose an anime to get the next One Piece live action Netflix treatment, I've said this 3 times now to you.
Yeah, you have
My
1,
Hero.
2, 3. My Hero. That's what a shocker.
Well, because go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I want to pick your brain as what about My Hero do you think will attract normal audience? Kind of like One Piece is
Check
doing.
this out.
Because One Piece kind of like everybody loves fantasy elements. So what are we gonna bring My Hero fans in
Check
for?
this out. Horikoshi is already huge.
Yes.
Avengers, Marvel, DC guy. He has statues. He has comic books and posters.
Yes.
He loves it. So it's already like reminiscent of like X-Men. It's already reminiscent of like superheroes, right?
Yes.
I don't think casting will be super hard. I think casting for like Bakugo might be hard. I don't think Midoriya is going to be a hard one. God, please don't cast The Rock for All Might.
I don't think, honestly, kind of like what they did with One Piece. I don't think they're not gonna cast like big names. You know, they're from stuff, but they're not gonna cast like these huge monstrous names. And that's with a lot of like TV shows, huge monstrous names who do movies. They're not doing TV shows.
I would say the hardest thing is just gonna get the school. I think getting the school down will be the hard part, and then just the special, just because like the sets for One Piece were so gorgeous and so unique looking, but in One Piece, or sorry, in My Hero, the sets, the backgrounds, the area, honestly, nothing unique.
Yeah, they
like,
don't really change, and even when they fight, it just kind of
all the trees look the same.
Yeah,
all the clouds look the same. All the buildings look the same. Like, I love My Hero. But the backgrounds and settings, not unique.
But maybe because of that, they're maybe going to be able to save some budget on set design and lean it more into writing, CGI, stuff like that. Because set design costs a lot.
Their technology is up there. Like,
Yeah.
Like in the show, their technology is like usually pretty high up there.
Yeah. Do you have anything in mind like this is what the anime does? What I don't think will translate well into live action, and how do you think?
Sure. I think All Might stuff. All Might stuff is not going to translate well.
That's hard.
They have to really drive home the fact that like he uses so much stamina to maintain his like organs.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to like stay buff all the time. So I think they had to like really drive home that fact and kind of explain it well to the audience, because I was reading Scott Pilgrim yesterday, the comic book, and it's way wackier than the movie.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's so wacky. Even the endings are different.
And my girlfriend didn't. That sounds so weird saying.
My girlfriend.
It's been like a year.
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend. When I showed her Scott Pilgrim.
You're not my girlfriend. You're not my girlfriend.
That's a song for everyone.
Chowder.
Yeah, just so everyone knows. And when I showed her the movie, it was wacky, and I had kind of explained some of the stuff. But the comic was way harder to explain.
No, yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, like, okay, so if there was a My Hero show, some parts would have to be one, taken out, or two, kind of not dumbed down, but kind of like more like translated well for like American.
No, 100%. I think the relationship of Bakugo and Deku has to be translated differently, because that kind of like bully situation and stuff, like a lot of media is kind of leaning away from that, and it's just a little cringy about how they bully each other, or how Bakugo bullied Deku. Deku doesn't bully a soul.
Sure, it had to be like a more like normalized version of bullying.
Yeah, not so much of a Deku bullying and stuff.
Also,
But
in the first episode, Bakugo tells Deku to kill himself.
yeah, I think that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's a good form of bullying, or maybe it's like cyberbullying, like hey, kill yourself, nerd. No, I think a lot.
Just fucked your mom, nerd.
I think My Hero is on such an uptrend the past like 5 years. It's uphill. It's going uphill, and I don't think it's stopping soon. So until the manga
Have you read
stops.
the first few chapters of the manga?
Yeah.
The last few chapters I meant?
No, not the newest ones, but I know the trend of people liking it is still going uphill.
Dude, Iron Might. So
I saw that. He looks kind of scary.
So cool.
He looks like a little goblin in like an iron costume.
One of my favorite new quotes. I love All Might so much, but he just gave out one of my favorite new quotes.
Yeah, what is it?
He said, obviously All For One was talking shit because that's what he does, and then All Might was talking shit back. He was like, he's like, you are. All For One was like, you are a former flame, what you used to be, about to spark, or about to go out in the wind right now. And then All Might's like, he's like, you should know, All For One, I have never gone into a fight expecting to lose. And then he goes in for a punch. Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, so cool. I think like what helped One Piece is like Oda has always wanted to make it more like gory and brutal, and that's what the live action kind of did. The live action made it a little bit more mature and like up there. I'm like, oh, that would be really great to see for like My Hero is like maybe a little bit more mature thing. Maybe like they're able to show more gruesome parts, what happens in the My Hero manga, because the My Hero manga gets kind of nasty. It gets super nasty. So I'm like, have a more like gruesome, like brutal part.
Yeah, there are some parts that are really like it'd be all cute, fun, PG stuff, and then like you see like Shigaraki cut off someone's hand, a little girl being abused, and you see. Did you see what happened to Dobby?
Oh yeah,
Dobby was a skeleton when he died. He burned up completely.
Yeah, even the early stuff of like the gruesome imagery of like Deku constantly breaking his fingers and like arms.
Yeah,
that gets pretty gruesome, and like they're gonna have to show that because that's a big thing. Is like his like little phalanges and his arm breaking constantly and stuff and getting healed. I think that's good. There's a lot of talks about them like doing a Naruto live action. I don't know how confirmed or not confirmed that is, but they've been talking about it. So I'm like, I don't know. I think hold off on Naruto for a while. I'm down to hold off on it. I'm not in like a rush of needing to see a Naruto like live action.
I'm not in a rush to see any new anime live action right now. I think it's that it's exciting to talk about because the success we just had with One Piece. So it's exciting to talk about and speculate. We should let it simmer and see how it looks in like a few months.
I think that's how we're going to wait. We're going to see how our opinions differ. And then like if One Piece gets greenlit for maybe even season 2 or 3, I think it's by season 3 of One Piece live action, we're going to start to see like, okay, this got confirmed for a live action adaptation or this got confirmed. I think it's going to be a little bit before we start seeing anything, honestly.
If there were to be a live action season 2 of One Piece, what arcs are you confident with the arcs that are coming up?
Very confident because I think what they need to do is they need to just slow the roll. Don't rush too much into it because between where One Piece live action just ended all the way up to like the next big ones, it's a lot of important stuff. So like the first 8 episodes of One Piece live action, they kind of skipped over a lot, but they had to get to the big fight of Arlong. They had to like cut out a couple.
I think they did a great job.
They did a great job, but being like a diehard anime is like or manga, they had to cut out a lot of important characters, a lot of important like story beats and
but
stuff.
Also, you don't want to bore people either.
But it's like pretty important stuff. But like I get it. I think they cut out perfect amount of stuff. But so between them leaving Arlong Park, they have to do a lot. They hit Log Town. That's where Gold Roger died. That's a whole thing. They have to fight Smoker. Luffy's dad comes into frame.
Isn't Smoker like gonna be a guy coming up soon?
Yeah, he's the guy in the
end scene.
Yeah, the post-credit scene. So they have to like fight him. They have to escape. They get absolutely rocked by him. Luffy almost dies by Buggy. Then like they have
to. Buggy's for sure gonna be in the next season.
Yes, for sure. Definitely with like how popular and how thirst-trapped his character was. Then they have to.
Yeah, like. Oh, I guess I can't keep gushing. I can't stop gushing over him. Like he was funny as hell. So he definitely seemed kind of still menacing in a little bit, you know.
Yeah, but I won't go bit by bit. But there's a lot of like before. So do you know Crocodile and Alabasta? You heard of that Crocodile and Alabasta?
He used to be a woman.
Something like that, a theory. But the next big arc is Alabasta, but between Alabasta and them leaving Arlong Park, they visit like 7 or 8 different islands, what are all very important. So like I'm just scared that like they still need to introduce Chopper. How are they gonna fucking do Chopper? So I think
that was a funny speculation on Twitter.
This is the gross CGI, or just like, have you seen the meme of The Rock as Bambi? And they're like, this is what I want for my Chopper. It's like The Rock smoking a cig is like, time to kill some motherfuckers. But
what kind of CGI closely resembles what you like to see for Chopper?
Oh,
Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
no,
Are you
just
talking about-
Detective Pikachu. Just reskin Detective Pikachu.
Are you down for that?
I'm so down
Are
for
you
that.
legit down for that?
No, I think that's great CGI, and like it was super great. I think the voice acting is going to be great, but I'm down for that. Or like I don't think
The original Sonic movie? The original Sonic
Mate,
rendition?
I hope they don't make Chopper look creepy.
Like realistic teeth?
Or grotesque. But this is how I come and think about it. I hope One Piece live action gets green light for 2 more seasons. What they do is they go on their adventure. They slowly build up the crew and the cast, and they start introducing like Crocodile's crew and stuff in Alabasta. But you don't get to Alabasta in season 2. At the end of season 2, someone attacks their ship and it reveals that's Crocodile. Then they leave like a cliffhanger for season 3. And
Skypiea.
yeah, and that's after Alabasta. But there's a cliffhanger at the end of season 2. What kind of tease Crocodile? Kind of like what season 1 did is they tease Smoker. I know it's a lot, but yeah, I don't think they should rush into like the big bad of season 2. I think there should be an overall big bad who's going to be the big bad of
You
season
would
2 and
think-
3.
You would think that his dad would be like a bigger character, but he's not, right? He's Dragon D Luffy or Dragon D Monkey.
He's very big. He's the most wanted man in the world. Like he's like the biggest character and like everybody's scared of him. He's actually more wanted from the world government than like Gold Roger was. Because like pirates, how they kind of word it is like pirates are like their enemy is the world government and the Navy just because that's who they are.
And then everyone's enemy is.
Yeah, and then the Revolutionary Army, that's the army what Monkey D. Dragon leads. His army is directed to annihilate the world government. The pirates they fight against the Navy because the Navy is going after them. But if the Navy wasn't going after them, they would just kind of mind
Does he
it.
have a devil fruit?
Yeah, it's not confirmed yet, but you'll see if they do the One Piece live action. People think it's like the Rain fruit or the Win fruit, or he has like a Dragon Logia fruit. So no one knows, but whenever he shows up, strong winds start to like burst.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he's really cool. I'm really excited to see what he kind of looks like in live action because he has a really dope like scarred face, or it's a tatted
Good
face.
tattoo, yeah.
Yeah,
A
it's
prison tat.
really dope.
How are we on time, brother?
We're about a hour
Oh, cool.
10.
There was something I want to talk about.
Like what?
Should we just like
Talk?
make that into the snack bite, or like, cause we just talked like for 45 minutes about One Piece.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot. I watched like a handful of new movies.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens. So
Yeah, we could do that.
nah,
Nah.
I'm over it.
No, okay.
I'm over it.
I'm over it too.
Me too.
Yeah. We had a great little talk. It was very like One Piece heavy, but I think that's like, I think me and you just been talking about One Piece a lot.
Yeah. Plus, there hasn't been like I have to go see a movie lately.
No, movies has been kind of like, I mean, I enjoyed Gran Turismo. That was good, but
I want to see that one still.
so good.
I want to see that one still.
It's actually probably top 5 movie for
If
me.
you haven't seen Oppenheimer, Barbie, Blue Beetle, Ninja Turtles, Gran Turismo,
Mm-hmm.
those are the hot ones right now.
What else is there? I think
I
it's
saw
been
some
kind
shitty
of
ones.
yeah, it's been kind of dead for movies, right?
Well, I mean, like, we saw Blue Beetle like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess from Blue Beetle to now, it's been kind of dead. But like, I can't even think like what movies are coming out where we're like, yeah, like
I can read them real quick.
yeah. I don't really know what movies there are.
Yeah, there's 2 new ones. One with the guy who likes 20-year-olds, and then
Oh, I haven't heard.
I can't think of anyone.
I haven't heard about that.
I can't think of any.
20-year-olds.
You know what I'm talking about? He was on Titanic.
Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
yeah.
Oh, there's a movie. I thought that was what the movie was about.
So here are some hot ones coming out soon. The Creator,
okay.
Taylor Swift, Ever.
Oh, we could have talked about that. That's gonna be
I don't wanna talk
so
about it.
so annoyingly huge.
I legit went into this podcast thinking like, I don't want to talk about Taylor Swift for a 3rd week in a row.
Yeah.
The Haunting in Venice,
Okay.
Paw Patrol coming out.
Oh fuck, that's my favorite.
There
movie.
are some horror films, It Lives Inside and Satanic Hispanics.
Whoa. Have you seen the trailer for Zombie Hurricane?
No.
It's a bunch of zombies who could swim underwater, and the hurricane lifts them up and brings them to the mainland.
You're a fucking
No,
liar.
look it up. After this, look it up. The trailer.
Is it a new movie?
I think so. I think I saw a trailer of it. A giant hurricane, and in the wave of the hurricane, you see all these zombies just swimming around.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like one of those like Sharknadoes type of motherfuckers.
There's actually a good amount still coming out. Okay, I'll read them off to you real quick.
Okay, let me hear it.
And then just give me a number between 1 and 10 of how excited you are.
Okay.
The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
0.
0, okay. On Fire, a true story about being on fire.
2?
2. This one looks like a love. Oh, this one looks like a murder story.
Murder.
Anatomy of a Fall.
So I would say 6. If it's a murder mystery, I'm excited.
Statham, Stallone, 50 Cent, Morgan Fox, Lundgren. You know what I'm talking about? Jaw, Uwaz, Culture, Garcia.
What the fuck are you saying?
Expandables 4.
Oh, Expendables. Expandables. Ooh, so,
Lunchables 4.
4, I guess.
4.
Yeah. No, 4. That's the number I'm giving it.
Okay. Killers of the Flower Moon. That's what I'm talking about. DiCaprio, De Niro, and Gladstone are in.
I mean, DiCaprio is always good, so I'm going to say about 7.
This one has really good early reviews, like 90%.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Dumb Money. This is the true story about remember in 2020 how one guy invested all his stocks into GameStop and then it went down, then went back up again. He became a millionaire.
Yeah.
That's it has a lot of famous people. It has Paul Rudd, Pete Davidson, Vincent.
Man, that's a star cast.
Mafio, America Ferrera, Nick Offerman, Seth Rogen, Sebastian Stan. Based on the incredible true story of GameStop.
I mean, maybe 6. I'm about 5 or 6.
I'm gonna go with 7.
7?
Okay. There was a pretty good cast there, at least for
No,
me.
great cast. I just don't know how well the plot is gonna be.
Um,
This guy puts in stock, then
Nick
it goes
Offerman,
down, then it goes up.
apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah, those type of movies, you really have to have like some underlying stuff.
And it's a story that only happened 3 years ago. Only 3 years ago.
And yeah, I get that, but like the story is they're investing in stocks, and that's it. Like,
How much did you love Wolf of Wall Street though? How much did you love that movie?
that was great because there's a whole economy about people just saying, "Hey, fucking cocksucker, buy this fucking thing," and
What?
then it was like a big drug realm, and they were doing cocaine on strippers'
Yeah.
assholes and stuff.
What
This
is-
just sounds like a guy like pressing a button, like, oh.
Yeah, he lives in a basement basically and does
yeah,
press the
like
buttons.
so. That's just like
What kind of rating does that have to get for you to go out there and watch it? Just what kind of rating?
probably
Like
8.
8?
Yeah,
Like 80s?
yeah, 8. 80s.
Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, that's a 8 or 9 actually. I don't watch scary
Real
movies.
animatronics?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I actually seen some of the like scenes they came out with, and they look pretty like good actually. But through the 3 hours mark kind of scares me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so, like
3 hours?
Is it gonna be that? Are you gonna be scared for 3 hours? I feel like after hour 1 or 2, you're like, okay, I get it.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Are
That's
you
a good
gonna
point.
consistently be scared for like 2 hours, 3 hours?
I mean, yeah, a good scared run point is like an hour and a half.
yeah, if
Yeah.
even. Yeah.
Saw X
No.
was like I think the 10th or 11th movie.
Yeah, just copy and paste, same story.
Actually, Spiral was a spin-off of Saw, and it had Chris Rock and Nick Fury. That movie actually kicked ass.
But I think all the mainline Saws, they haven't been big since like the early 2000s. Like the Saw was huge, and like
Linkin Park was in one.
yeah, like the band or like actual.
Well, his name was the main singer. The Marvels.
You know, I'm a big Marvel guy, so I'll say yeah, I'll watch it.
1 out of 10.
7,
Just
or
say
8?
7. Yeah,
7 or 8.
I would say 7 or 6 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm excited because like it's just another movie.
I like Brie Larson. The other two, it's just a really hard sell because they have no screen time and anything else.
Yeah, and no, you know what? I like the little Muslim girl who played Miss Marvel. She was actually really cool, definitely for being like a young actor. And then the one girl who plays Nova or whatever her name is.
Doesn't even make sense how she has powers, right?
Which one?
The little girl that was her best friend's daughter growing up doesn't explain how she has powers, right?
Oh no, it does. You ever watch the Scarlet Witch? What's her called? WandaVision. You ever watch WandaVision?
Yeah, I watched WandaVision.
Yeah, it shows it in there. She goes through Wanda's force field, and the magic and chemicals from the force field gives her powers.
That's stupid. That's so stupid.
That's how. Oh, I fell in a vat of acid. Now I can whip webs or fly. Yeah, it's the same. Like you go through comic radiation, and you're gonna.
It makes sense for like Spider-Man to get bit by a spider, but I went through a force field. Why was she able to go a force field and no one else was able to go through a force field?
Because she pushed through it. Because she has different chemical radiations because her mom took her into space.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. Jeez, fake fan.
Dude, Marvel needs to step up the game, dude. That's fucking stupid. The Exorcist Believer.
No.
Like a 3 or 4?
Yeah, 2.
2?
2.
We'll see it together.
No, I won't. I will not go see a
There's a lot of
scary
no
movie.
names, like the Marsh King's Daughter, Inspector's Son, and the Curse of the Black Widow.
You know, I would like to see a live action Inspector Gadget.
There was
Yeah,
2 of them.
and they were great. Why don't we bring them back? Remember the Claw? The
Yeah.
Claw.
Trolls band back together.
Probably 8 or 9.
Oh, Wish. I want to see Wish actually.
What's that one?
It's like the new like Frozen. It's like the new Disney princess.
Oh, I haven't seen that anywhere.
Oh, there's 2 trailers.
Is
There's
she
one
cute?
trailer.
Is the princess cute?
I think she's pretty.
Yes. I love cute princesses.
Yeah, she's of age, so you're good.
Top 10 princess, go. Don't do that. Top 1.
All the princesses?
I got mine. I got mine ready, lock and loaded in my brain.
Is Mulan a princess?
I would count her.
Is
Well,
Tangled a princess?
The people I count as
Rapunzel?
princesses is in Wreck-It Ralph, where Glitch Girl was hanging out with all the princesses.
Vanellope?
Yeah,
You
Vanellope.
stupid, dumb... no.
Yeah, those are my versions of princesses. All the princesses she was hanging out with. Jasmine. You can't beat Jasmine. Jasmine's like definitely top
Jasmine's
tier.
pretty hot.
Yeah, and cool and badass.
Do you have any desire to see Wonka
You know what?
with Chalamet?
He looks
Timothy Chalamet?
He looks very cringy in it. Like he's just super cringy.
What if they had a
I
reboot?
guess you will call me a inventor, a chocolate lover. I was like, what?
I'm a chocolatier.
He reminds me of those like AI TikTok trends. He was like, a rose.
They should. I've been watching. Now activating Ultra Glizzy. I've been watching so much Office lately. I really wish they got like Michael Scott to be like Wonka.
Oh, yeah. Where you know the guy from the what's it called? Chef? Is it called Chef? It's that
Gordon Ramsay.
No, it's called Chef. The guy looks like a younger version of Willy Wonka. Like he has the like synced in eyes, the hair, and the attitude and stuff. He's from a hit HBO show called The Chef. Yeah. He's from a different.
The Bear.
The Bear. No,
serious?
not The Bear. No, it's not called The Bear. It's called something else. But anyway, he has like weirdly synced in eyes. He looks identical to the Willy Wonka actor. Yeah.
Whenever I think of Willy Wonka, I just think of the new one, Johnny Depp.
Oh, I hate that one.
Really?
No, old school Willy Wonka is where it's at.
Wonker.
He's such
Listen,
a wonker.
Willy Winker.
Little wonker.
Nicolas Cage, the retirement plan out of 10.
Is that the movie or is he actually retiring?
Just say 5.
5? Well, is that the movie? I want to know. Is that like?
Oh, that's a movie.
Oh, I thought you were like Nicolas Cage. He has a retirement plan. What do you think about it? I'm like, I don't know. Is he retiring?
And that's kind of it. It looks like.
Man, what a snooze fest of the year. I don't think 2023 is the year for movies.
Are you stupid?
Yes.
Oh, you're being joking. You're
No.
joking.
Well, I mean, what good movies are coming out?
Shut up, idiot.
I just the first leg of the year was really good. It was like
Most of
banger,
the year.
banger. But from now till the end of the year, like, there's nothing like, wow, I want to see that movie.
Bro, we've had a really good year.
Yeah, for the first half. But I guess the first half, it was that good, it could bring us till the end of the year.
We had Bottoms, Blue Beetle, Haunted Mansion, Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
Talk to Me, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, fucking Spider-Man, Joyride, Astro City, No Hard Feelings, Elemental, The Flash, Spider-Man Again, The Machine, Fast X, Hypnotic, Guardians of the Galaxy, Sisu, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, Bo is Afraid. We had Suzume. Did you ever watch Suzume? Mwah. Renfield, Super Mario Bros. Movie, Dungeons and Dragons, John Wick 4, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We had fucking Shazam.
John Wick? Or not John Wick. You said John Wick. Creed? Creed
We
3?
had Creed 3, we had Scream 5, we had Jesus Revolution, we had Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear kicked off the year,
Yeah.
and we knew it was going to be a good year.
That's what I'm saying. The first half of the year, I think it's so good, it's going to lead us until the end of the year. Because, like, from today, I'm talking about today, not the past. I'm talking about today. From today till January 31st, I don't think there's anything really to look forward to.
December 31st?
Yeah, December 31st. I don't think there's, like, I think the first leg of this year did enough to, like, warrant the rest of the year off.
How many movies do you need to be amazing for you to be like, all right, this is a great year?
Maybe probably 2 more movies. What? It's currently September 11th.
There's plenty of time.
Yeah, I think 2 more movies to absolutely blow me out of the wire for me to personally say this is the year.
I think for me personally, I'm excited for Expendables, Killer, The Flower Moon, Dumb Money, Five Nights. I'm kind of excited. I'm lukewarm for Marvels. Wish. I'm excited for Wish. And I think that's it. So like 5 more movies I'm really excited for.
I don't think those 5 are going to compete against the other top tier movies. I think they're all going to be movies to get us to the end of the year. But for me, I don't think they're beating Gran Turismo. They're not beating Creed 3.
For you, Gran Turismo apparently is doing like lukewarm.
What's crazy? I mean, it doesn't matter what sales are. Like, a good movie's still going to be a good movie if the sales are there or if they're not there.
Do you know what's crazy? Asteroid City had like an insane cast of people. Insane. Guess how much it did in the box office worldwide?
Probably like $5 at the least.
Seriously.
Probably 200,000.
200,000 worldwide?
Probably 1 mil.
You're so crazy.
200 mil?
50 mil.
15 mil. I said
50
200 mil. That's actually kind of a big difference.
Yeah, so that one has like huge stars.
Yeah.
Like
It's more of an artistic movie, though.
yeah, I think everyone signed on just because just for like the artistic aspect.
I think they like
not
the
so much the not so much
they
money.
like the director, so like, oh, it will be a dream. And you know, sometimes what helps out an artist is like, even if the movie doesn't do good, there's good enough scenes in it to win those actors Oscars and stuff, and that helps boost their like status and stuff.
I'm like
that.
blanking on a whole bunch of names right now, but like there was like 10 big huge actors.
No, there were, yeah, and like I like that little part when the alien came down and it was like, man, have you seen it?
I watched the movie in theaters. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the little alien comes down. It's like,
You have to have an IQ of like 1,000.
Yeah, it is.
Understand.
I don't think I understand it, but
If I told you like a bunch about it before going into it, you might enjoy it. But me having to figure out halfway through what was going on, kind of, was annoying as hell.
yeah, it was all weird. But man, I think you do need to watch Gran Turismo.
I will. No,
Yeah.
I think I want
It's
to.
you know the hype what you got watching probably any action movie, but I think the moment I had with you against Creed 3 when we were both watching Creed 3, we were like, yeah. That's how you felt like watching Gran Turismo. You're like, yeah. And the backstory, like it gets you. You're like, fuck.
I wonder how it's doing box office.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's doing great. I just know every single person who has watched the movie, they said it's a great movie. I have not talked to someone in person who didn't like the movie. Because I went into the movie thinking like, oh, it's just going to be a racing movie. It's not going to be that good. And then I ended up loving it.
Yeah, everyone's. You've been saying you've been loving it for a long
Oh,
time.
it's so good. It has to be my top 3 movie this year. Top 3 or 5.
It's doing really bad.
Yeah, I get that. Most movies about not popular video games don't do that good. Like
what was the last video game movie that was really good?
The Mario movie?
Yeah, got me there.
Yeah. Or Sonic?
Got me there again.
Or the World of Warcraft movie?
That movie was freaking awesome. I think that was actually a failure as well. But I watched that one like 3 times.
And that's the thing is like most of those movies are artistic movies, what the diehard fans are gonna like, but maybe not the normal day-to-day fans.
I can't find a solid number.
For Gran Turismo?
For Gran Turismo.
For Gran Turismo, because he rizzed up the
Yeah.
broads in there.
Oh, as of the 25th, 17 mil.
17 mil. Okay.
It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I wonder how much it made to make. Like it cost to make.
It's made 80 million globally. So the 17.
That's kind of cool because it's heavily based in other countries. So I think like the regional dialect, like the movie starts off in Japan. And,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because a guy was pitching like, I want to make a race car competition based off your video game, and the Nissan executives are like, oh no, we like it, and then that's how it starts off.
Cool.
So yeah, a lot of Japanese culture in there.
They're expecting it to cross 100 mil, and it cost 60 million to make.
Hey, they got their money back.
Well,
Sometimes you got
you had to think of like a couple million for marketing, so they really made 30 million. If they crossed that 100 million,
Yeah.
they may have walked away with 30 million more.
To me personally, I don't care what they made. It's a one-off movie, so I enjoyed it.
That's like making something for $6 and getting $10 back for it.
Well, I made a great experience. I don't really care what they made. It was a good
Well,
movie.
Only time will tell. if the rest of the year we'll finish strong. I'm confident it will be.
I don't think so.
There's no more big superhero movies for Brady to watch. So
there's no big man fighting another big man.
Yeah, it's all big women fighting each other now. So
I wonder who's gonna be the. Oh, there is a villain in.
we had some stinkers recently. Stinkers.
Like Blue Beetle.
Haunted Mansion. Blue Beetle was good.
No, it was good.
liked
I will
it.
say that. I think.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I think for DC movie it was really good. Oh, Aquaman. We didn't even talk about Aquaman.
Oh yeah,
That's a movie coming
on
out.
the list.
Yeah, is it coming out?
This year? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, if the teaser is just coming out now, it might be January.
Yeah,
if it's just the teaser, then the actual trailer will come out. Then yeah, because I think they released trailers 4 months up to the movie. Or maybe
it really just depends.
Yeah.
I mean, The Boy and the Heron actually still coming out this year, and that's one of Ghibli Films movies.
Oh yeah, we should watch that.
That one's doing really well, 90%.
That's crazy that how they didn't even advertise the movie and everybody still showed up.
Yeah, people are saying that every shot looks like it can be a painted canvas. Every shot's gorgeous.
I wonder when it's gonna be here in the States, because we should
November 22nd.
We should definitely go see it.
I'm down for that one.
I'm down to clown.
Real quick, this will be the last one we talk about.
Okay.
The Boy and the Heron.
The Boy and
American
the Harem.
It's based on an old book.
I thought you said it's based on a true story.
Oh fuck!
I was like, that would be crazy.
It's not coming out for December 8th.
Damn it!
That's your birthday.
We'll be in California by then.
We will be.
Yeah, if you come.
I know. I definitely want to.
You're coming?
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you my itinerary after the podcast.
You're getting all giddy.
I haven't been to Disneyland in over a year.
You have an itinerary for Disneyland?
No.
For where you're going?
Dude, one of my exes. Shout out to my exes.
You can say her name.
No, just name drop her.
Jessica.
Address drop her.
Her name's Jessica. Her name's Sydney. Her name's Grace. All your exes.
Just bleep all that out. You're so dumb.
You think people will sit to this far?
No, I don't think.
Absolutely not.
I think that in grand total, people will watch the whole thing. We're at 5.
5 for all the episodes we have ever.
Like my girl likes me a lot. I don't think she's sat through one episode yet.
No,
the whole thing.
My wife have never seen one episode.
All the way through.
No, it's just entirely.
How does she know? How does she know if we're funny or not?
She knows us in person. The only episode she has ever sit through was the episode she was on, but she didn't watch it because she was on it. So she obviously.
I didn't watch it. I listened to most of it though.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. I thought we were so wacky. Anyway, Boy and the Heron. The 8th. Let's go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see Suzume. Maybe we can sit down and watch Suzume and edit.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Should we wrap this up?
We should totally wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm bored myself at this point.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. I know this episode was just me and Ryan talking as friends, but that's what we are.
We should reveal a secret to the camera because we know that no one's listening anymore.
Okay, go.
I haven't paid my car tags in 2 or 3 years.
Ooh,
that's a good one. What about you?
Do I have any big secrets?
This is gonna be super big. I mean, I gave a level 5 secrets. I had level 10 secrets.
Mm-hmm. I steal from the same grocery store every single week.
Do you really?
And I probably have a collected debt of $20,000 from that one grocery store.
20,000?
It's been going on for 6 years.
Is it a surprise?
It's a mom and pop.
6 years? What is it, bread?
It's called Spencer's Place.
You steal from them? You're stupid. Give a real secret.
I don't have any secrets.
I'll go again.
I'm an open book.
Let me think. I had it going right now. You steal. Okay, when I was 16 or 17, I went on a stealing spree. I stole a Nintendo Wii, Nintendo DS. I stole Zelda Skyward Sword, and I would play some of it, and I would resell some of it.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good. For me, for anything to be real, I have to experience it 5 times. So when I was in college, I had to figure out if I was gay. So I kissed 5 dudes.
So
I kissed 5 dudes just to see if I was gay.
You swore in your life. That's
on my life. I mean, I was friends with them all, but
you want to double check you're not gay. You kissed 5 guys.
Yeah, and not thankfully. If you're gay, you're gay.
You didn't get a boner?
No. Well, a little chub, but no boner.
So if that's real, does your wife know?
Yeah, she knows. She knows all the guys. It's not like a. It's like a.
So for me, like kissing's like one of my biggest turn on. I think I can kiss anyone, anything, and I'll get turned on. It's horrible. It's horrible. I know, dude. Some people have kisses turn off a lot of people.
I didn't want to get to this portion of the podcast.
Look, no one's listening anymore.
But I'm so glad no one's listening to this.
What if someone actually gets this far? This is a big one for you, though. I've never kissed a guy.
Really?
On the cheek, maybe.
Yeah. Let's not.
Right,
Let's
we're
not.
not gonna kiss.
Let's not test it right now. I knew for a fact.
My OnlyFans.
You know what I just downloaded? Downloaded Reddit. I never had a Reddit before.
I like Reddit.
Yeah, it's I don't understand it yet, but I think I need some time.
You can type in anything, and a community pops up for it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, should we leave? Bye, guys.
we're gonna call this one "Revealing Secrets."
Revealing secrets. Skip to 121 for secret reveal. Someone puts in the comment a timestamp.
Brady confirmed, not gay. Ryan confirmed,
Kinda
a
gay.
theft, a thief.
Okay, bye, guys.
Yeah.